This is the advice I wish someone had given me at 18 years old on how to set up my life. Now, this life setup is for men between 18 and 30 years old to maximize the life experience, fun had, money made, places visited, brotherhood built. This is not the traditional life. This is the life of a G. This is for somebody that wants to get every ounce of life out of life, that wants to live life to the absolute maximum. Let's begin with a concept that I coined and created myself this year, the sober degenerate. When I was growing up, there's kind of two paths you could take. It was either you were the rock and roll partier and you went and you did the recreational drugs and you drank alcohol and you were kind of in the normal crowd, because that's what we did in the UK, or you were clean and sober, and that essentially meant being a loser, being monk mode and a loser. And really, for someone like me, I live my life the absolute best as the sober degenerate. And this entire concept is I do all of the things I would do if I was a rock and roll partier, but I do it without any recreational drugs or any alcohol. And that way I can actually enjoy my life and still get shit done. So for example, this weekend, I got invited out to a brunch, to dinners, to mini golf with booze, and I said yes to all of it. And I went and enjoyed myself, and I rode my motorbike home in the evening. Previously, I would not have been able to go to this event because I know that it would involve having 10 drinks and it would write me off for the rest of the week. We live in a time now where you don't need to be taking drugs. You don't need to be drinking alcohol to have a good time. But you also don't need to be monk mode and locking yourself in a room and taking every ounce of fun out of life. The whole point of going sober is that you can still go and do the fun things, but do them without alcohol. Do them for real, with real confidence. If someone told me this at 18, if I'd had someone that I admired who was living sober but also living a great life and having fun and meeting women and doing all the stuff I wanted to do, it really would have helped me, because I spent a long time struggling with alcohol, and I'm only 155 days with no drinking whatsoever, but this is how I've been living my life as the sober degenerate. I'm still having the fun, I'm still dating, I'm still going out, I'm still partying, I'm still dancing, often longer, harder and better than everybody else, but with no recreational drugs and no alcohol. Number 2, geography maxing. In case you don't know, I was born and raised in the UK in a place called Peterborough, and I've moved to Thailand for 2 years where I changed my life, first started my YouTube. I now live in Dubai. You've got to learn to play the game, 18 to 30, where the odds are stacked in your favour. I realised in my small town of Peterborough, when I was growing up, before I went to uni in Bournemouth, that I was never going to win or live the life that I wanted to live there. I couldn't have the tan, it wasn't going to look good on social media. I needed to go to a new place to become the person that I wanted to be. And the same town was going to result in me being the same person. I wasn't going to be able to change my habits. Geography maxing, originally, I got this from the book The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. Fantastic book that inspired my entrepreneurship journey. And the whole fact was you earn your money in dollars or in British pounds with an online job or an online business that you've created, and you go and spend it in a third world country or a country where they're spending pesos or Thai baht. And that's what I did originally. I got my very limited funds, and it brought me a much better life in Thailand, where I could build my brand, build myself as a person without the pressure of the Western world system. And once I had that footing and I built that life and I kind of got used to actually living a good lifestyle, then I moved to Dubai, which obviously a lot more expensive, but still has massive tax benefits. It's normal to win here. It's normal to drive a luxury car here. It's normal to be killing it in business. People want you to win in Dubai. Say what you want about Dubai, that it's soulless, all this bullshit. Dubai's a great place. All countries and governments have their problems. Dubai is at the bottom of that list. It does not have many problems compared to other places around the world. I highly suggest 18 to 30, you look for a place to geography max. What place gives you the most benefits for who you are? Normally, it's not the place you're living right now. Also, choose a base camp. I've always been a guy that I've never wanted to be seen as a backpacker, because backpackers have zero status. You can go on trips for a month and go and backpack somewhere or go on an adventure, and I'm really open to that. I love that idea of adventure. But being a perpetual digital nomad, being a perpetual traveller is essentially being a bum. You have no base. You have nowhere to keep your stuff. You have nowhere to build a proper base camp. So when I originally moved to Thailand, it wasn't I'm a backpacker in Thailand. I'm here with a base camp and I'm going to stay here. I'm going to make money. I'm going to build a life. This allows you to do a few things. Life satisfaction, life enjoyment, I think comes from a few things. Number one, your occupation, how much money you're making. You don't have money, there's not much you can fucking do. all right? So you need the ability to do that. If you're traveling all the time, it is going to ruin your work, no doubt about it, or mean that you can't work at the capacity you could if you were in one set location. Number two, your access to females. We're literally biologically wired to want a mate. It's very normal as a young man, filled with testosterone, to want to have sex. If you're traveling all the time, yes, maybe you have sex, but it could be with multiple different women that you don't really know or like. You're not going to build any relationship or even like a small roster, people that you can actually spend some time with and enjoy their time. Whereas if you have a base, you can. Number three, friendships, brotherhood. Man, my life absolutely changed with brotherhood. Like living with Max and Bill, guys on my team, we live in the house, we basically live Entourage. If you haven't watched the series Entourage, watch it. It's exactly how a young man should live his 18 to 30s. They're like, the rules of life are contained inside of Entourage, being Vinny Chase. That's how you should want to live your life. For anyone who knows Entourage, you know exactly what I mean. If you haven't seen Entourage, you have to watch it. You have to watch the entire series. That's how you should be living your life. When you choose a base, you can invest in certain restaurants. You can invest in certain areas. This means you go in, you tip really well a couple of times. The next time you bring a girl there, you get some respect from the manager. They know your name. You build up a little roster of women. You've got your boys around you. You buy a car there. You settle down, and then you travel from that base. I think that's better 18 to 30. Do not spend multiple years bumming around, being a backpacker. Become a fucking savage instead. Life set up. I made this mistake in my 20s, living with a girlfriend. It's a no-go. There's a quote from Max coming up later in this video. That's the concept of having a girlfriend's lovely and all that, but at the end of the day, it makes you fucking soft. And it's the same with living setup. Your only options for setup are, if you're really scared and that, live with your parents and save up some money and like try and break out that way. But personally, I think that's a bit of a pussy option. Like, who's actually living with their parents? Like, move the fuck out, have some balls, find some friends, move out with your friends, build a business, build an empire. That's what personally I think you should do. Your other option is live solo. Have your own space, another great option. They're kind of your two options. Living with a girlfriend to save money, to trap yourself in that life setup. Having a girl kind of telling you what to do. A lot of people are going to disagree with that. The right woman is not going to tell you what to do. The white woman is going to empower you. It's nonsense. No, like 1 in 100 is finding that right woman. And even that right woman, of course, she is still entitled to your time, your care, your attention. Beautiful. I love it. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a bad thing 18 to 30 when you should be focusing on being a savage and building your fucking empire. When you're 30 years old and you've got a load of cash in the bank and your life's set up, then go back into the dating market and start looking for someone who can grow it even further with you without the pressure on that. When you want to settle down, you don't want to be a kid forever. But 18 to 30, Jesus Christ, rack up some experience and live with your boys or live on your own. Finance maxim, very important that you leverage freedom over things. The money that you have in your bank, the amount of assets you have available that are genuinely growing your wealth is your freedom fund. Your freedom is more important than your things. Things are great as well. And I don't believe in being stingy with your money, but the things you should invest in are things that really increase life quality, that actually improve your health, that improve your opportunity to make money, learning new skills, investing in new skills. Finance maxing is simply the art of don't spend everything you've got on toys. Don't have lifestyle creep and get golden handcuffs. You make 10K one month, so you get a place that's 7K rent. You got 3K to live off, and then the next month you make 7K and you're fucking dead broke. That's how a lot of people fuck up. You're making 10K, try and do it consistently for 6 months, then get a place that's 2.5K a month. Reasonable, nice place, but you've still got cash in the bank. Remember that. Don't overextend yourself, especially being an entrepreneur, a freelancer. Money goes up and money goes down. You've got to be able to weather that storm. Girls and dating. Little quote from the old Max Croson. If you don't know Max, he's my videographer and lifelong friend. And he's a fucking absolute savage. Having a girlfriend's nice and all that, but it makes you fucking soft. Max Croson. And he had a girlfriend for 7 years. Whilst I was out building my life, going to Thailand, building my social media. Max had a long-term girlfriend for 7 years, and then they broke up. So he's felt that life. He's felt how soft it makes you having a girlfriend. There's no world where having a girlfriend makes you better than being around your boys. Living with a girl makes you better than hanging out with your boys and conquering a mission. There is no world where that happens. The only time that you then look to do that is when you're having children, you're building a legacy, when the empire is built. Still, you want to be spending time with the friends in your life, the men working together on businesses. At the same time, having girls around and dating is very, very cool and an important part of life that I don't think that you should monk mode out of and not look at at all just because you're not looking to settle down yet. Wear a condom, be honest and open with women, say, look, I'm looking to have some fun. I'll happily date you, have you around. I might not even see anyone else, but I'm not looking for anything that has control over my life. I'm not looking for you to say I can and can't do this, and I'm not looking to control you. Avoid settling down with the wrong woman, the wrong time. Invest in your health when you're young, as quickly as possible. Count up what you are spending on takeaways, video games, drinking alcohol, going out to festivals. Take all of that money and invest in your health. There is no better investment than investing in your health. I was out on a date yesterday. I had this lovely young woman. She's all over me, grabbing my arms, my biceps. Oh my God, you're so big, you're huge. I'm walking into the restaurant, towering over this small girl, massive big ripped physique, and I'm seeing everybody else in the restaurant turn their head and look at me. That's not to be big-headed, that's just what's happening. You don't understand how investing in your health, how having that physique will change your life and the way people instantly respect you. It's the number one thing you can do, 18 to 30, that you have to do. Have the best physique of your life, your dream physique, just once, and then fucking keep it. What else is there to do? Every single day you should be spending 2 hours on your health. How are you not doing that? How is there any world where that's not interesting, where that's boring? If that is boring to you, if that's not interesting, if that doesn't seem like a good idea, if you're too lazy to that, your testosterone is fucked. Going to the gym is my favourite part of the day. I would spend all day in the gym, but I have to work. Like, that's literally how it is. If you want to get in the shape of your life over the next 90 days, become a fucking savage. This is only for some of you. Some of you have this in you. You quit alcohol for 90 days and be complete savage mode. Join the 90-Day Savage underneath. All my training programs, nutrition, 90-day challenge, testosterone boosting, and a community. So you can check that out. But invest in your fucking health, not in destroying your health. Savagery essentially just follows on from what I just said. Just be a savage. Take the risk in life. Go for the things that you want. Go for the things that scare you, and just decide every day you're going to wake up positive, that it is possible, that you've got this massive dream, that you've written out this massive dream for your life, and you're just going to go at making it happen, and you're going to smile all the way through the pain and the adversity, and you're just going to go for it. You're never going to stop. And other people are going to try and bring you down. They're going to tell you to come back to this earth and that it's not possible when it absolutely fucking is. And you're just going to be savage about it. You just train harder than everyone else. You work harder. You take more risk. And you just smile through it. That's what really makes somebody attractive, magnetic, is when you look at them in this period of just darkness and despair and distress and everything's not working, and they smile. And they give you this wicked smile and they go, well, I don't care, I'll fucking make it out the other side. The night is darkest before the dawn. I'm going to make it. That is so savage. And savagery, I really believe, is how a man should live his life, with this fuck yes feeling all the time. And finally, the book that started this all for me, The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. The whole concept of this book was that as an entrepreneur, you design a business that allows you to live anywhere in the world. Make as much money as possible in the least amount of time so you can live the most amount of life. Somewhere along the way, it became more popular to be working 16-hour days and monk mode than to work 4 hours and make the most money possible. This is what we need to get back to. This is the life setup 18 to 30. You're looking to delegate. You're looking to get other people to do your job. You're looking to build systems. You're looking to make as much money as possible so you can focus on your passion, so you can live your life. There's a concept called mini retirements in the 4-Hour Workweek. The fact that we should be not waiting until we're 65 to retire when we don't have any energy. We should break down how much it actually costs on a monthly basis to live our dream life, and we should go and live it in little periodic sprints. That's what my sprint to Thailand was. Like, fuck it, I'm not going to work a 9 to 5 and wait one day to go to Thailand. I'm going to go now and figure it out. How much is it going to cost me? Oh, to live my absolute dream life, it's going to cost me 2K a month in Thailand. Do I think I can make that? Do I genuinely believe I could make that online? Of course I fucking do. It's fucking easy. And I went and I did it. 4-Hour Workweek. Make sure you read it. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Go and set up your life correctly. But at the end of the day, this is just my opinion. Do what you want. And I'll see you on the flip side. All right, adios amigos. Whoop-ow!